Hey guys, what's good with you? Y'all are in here and ready to rumble. LaShawn, if you're listening in the bushes, are you cool? Is you cool? Is you cool? Who in the heck left the gate open, sir? Is Shamar with Alvo? Are they all in one on the takedown of Shamar? Are they all in on the takedown of Shamar is the big question. It's a lot of stuff going on these YouTube streets. And it just was kind of a coincidence that LaShawn went live early this morning with his one track mind. I'll get into that in a minute. It's the ooh-wee that he's doing and the pills that I believe he's popping. And that's just in my opinion. However, so did Kay, and she had a mouthful to say. And that video will be going out after this live is over with. So we'll say roughly around 5 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. But they all had a lot to say. And I question the reasons for this. I question why they keep speaking unnecessary stuff into existence that doesn't need to be spoke about at all, if you ask me. And I really question it. Hey, cutie pie, how you doing, sweetie? Hey, Wendelina. Hey, Latanya, Toby, Coco, how are you? Ivan, what's good with you? Let me see. Just going down and reading as I go along. Yes, I'm trying to be here for the full episode as well. That's what's up, Ivan. It says, the way I see it, Shamar is the one who doesn't know how to be loyal to anyone. I'm trying to come. Wait a minute. I'm going to try to come back. Oh, this must have been. Oh, no, this wasn't earlier. This was recent. Thanks for your support, Latanya. I am that. So true, but that's Shamar for you. Yep. Yeah. Exactly, Ivan Jr. Shamar is totally lost. Yes, he is. And now he has a puppy to take care of. And I hope that dog doesn't get sick. Just a lot of stuff was brought up today, and we're going to discuss it. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Hit the like button. I promise you it is free. I can't wait till I don't have to ask you guys to hit it, because eventually they're supposed to be taking away the like button. It does get aggravating. To the viewers that, commentators are asking for them to hit the like button. But, that's just the way you support the channel. But getting directly into it, LaShawn, I'm quite sure y'all saw the video I put out. He was up early this morning. He gives me this eerie impression that he's trying to be another Tommy the Gossip. And you are not even fit to measure up to that bill, LaShawn. You are definitely somebody on my radar. You're very questionable. You don't even stay on topic when you go on these lives. You're more focused on smoking the weed and popping those pills, and you get sidetracked. And now you got Messi, who got you on the TikTok. So now you're trying to multitask the both. And you're supposed to be giving people the tea, but you're really just trying to get up here and chase the clout. It's not really anything that you know. If you want to give somebody the tea, LaShawn, you really should give the tea on yourself. Now, the question is the takedown. Are all of these individuals, are all the girls trying to take Shamar down? They're allegedly saying that, put a 1 in the chat if you heard about it, Alvo was planted there at Shamar's house that night that they linked up. He was brought there, planted there, and it was to take the focus off of the madness that was going on and distract Shamar, which I think that was a good job. Now, I'm also hearing allegedly that they are not Well, they're fighting. Let's put it like that. Let's not say that they broke up, because they fight a lot when they were together, and they ended up back together less than 24 hours. But there's a lot of stuff going on. But Alvo did stay true to him making it clear that nothing was going to change, that they had that understanding. And I hope that Shamar's understanding was, that Alvo was also probably insinuating that he was gonna, if he gets mad at Shamar, he's gonna drag him for filth. He's doing, he's trying to get the clout up. So I hope that he made that clear, what he meant, that nothing was gonna change about him, the lifestyle, his behaviors, what he might do if he gets upset with Shamar. I hope he made that clear as well, because I really think that in a matter of time, he is gonna definitely start dragging Shamar for filth. He's not gonna expose Shamar, because he exposed it all already. But he's gonna just finish off where he left off. He's gonna finish off a lot of things, I believe, where he left off. Ivan, as we all know, Shamar has a disability. As far as the rest of the crew in that circle, what's their excuse? There ain't one. There ain't one. Shamabi, it says Shamabi betrayed on everyone too. He gets no pass from me. No, he's not getting a pass from me neither. However, I'm just saying that the whole circle is really messy. And I honestly, and I'm gonna say this to you, Shamar has a disability, but I totally feel as though Shamar knows exactly what he's doing. He don't have one of them type of disabilities where he doesn't understand what he's doing. A lot of what Shamar does is very calculated. Out of the four, two are snakes, and that's LaShawn and Alp. Yep. Um, now they're saying, as of yesterday, thanks to LaShawn bringing up another deflection to put into the community to try to take the deflection off of him. He says that it was a setup, that Kay was a mastermind, and she knew the floor plan of Shamar's place, and set up the crime to happen. But I just really feel like, and I just want to put this to rest today on this live. So let's stop talking about this robbery. I don't think that it exists. I honestly don't. Now, if you want to say somebody's guilty for putting this into the universe and shaking us up, waking us up with something that was a false narrative, then that's different. But to keep talking about something that I don't feel as though happened, and if it did, I never seen anybody as laxy daisy and unconcerned about their money as Shamar is. So why should we be so concerned about this alleged missing money if Shamar's not? We have to sometimes make stuff make sense. I understand people like to live in the lie, because the lie goes on and on and on. And we understand that the truth ceases and desists everything, and people don't want to hear the truth because they don't want things to come to an end, because they like that they cut off their cable and they can just log on to YouTube and they can look at real reality shows with real people that are dealing with traumas, who have no problem with putting their business out there for the public for the clout. And if they like it, I love it. It's not going to be me. But I'm just saying, if they like it, I love it. It says, okay, Latanya, I can't stand Alvo. He's a real clown. He needs to join the circle. I can't stand him either, Toby. Ooh, child. Shamar's disability is not social. He said related. Shamar himself admitted his disability is sclerosis, right? But it says, right, but I'm saying he has a disability, but I'm just trying to say, Ivan, that he's not as slow as you think that he is. I think that Shamar's more lazy. He's a lazy-minded person. He's not somebody that likes to think for himself, but he can. And I think that, I think he thinks that he's the star of the show and everything's supposed to go Shamar's way, and that's not how it rolls. You know what I'm saying? And that's it. We can all say Alvo has a mental disability because of the past. Oh, he definitely had. Oh, yes. Ivan. Oh, my God. I can hang around no I can't hang around nobody that flip flops 24/7. I couldn't either. I don't know how they do it, but the thing is the clout. It's the clout, cutie pie. People sometime will you know, degrade themselves, disrespect themselves, sell themselves short, you know, for a check, sell their soul. We hear it all the time happening in the industry. People will do, you know, the unthinkable to get record deals. You feel what I'm saying? Or movie roles. And not Shamar. Alvo is a prime example of somebody that would do something to get to a bag or get to a movie role. He will sell his soul in a minute and not think twice. It's the upbringing. He doesn't come from a good cloth, and the circle that he's in, sometimes people use as a um excuse why they're not loyal because the circle's not loyal. Not realizing, when you start to do what others do and you're not living like others do, then you start to lose who you are. So if you're a loyal person, you need to remain loyal. You don't need to, well, the circle's not loyal, so I'm gonna be not loyal. I don't get down like that. I don't like people that don't have their own mind. It's like everybody's all going, with the same program and doing, sideways stuff, undermining stuff to each other, and it doesn't make any sense. I can't honestly sometimes, I don't know even what to tell you sometime about Kay. Because she's very questionable too. You know what I'm saying? And I really feel like Kay needs to, whatever her bit of thoughts are or opinions are of Shamar, in order for her to get her bag up, be able to take care of her family, she's gonna have to learn how to. You don't have to forget, but you're gonna have to learn how to forgive and move on. That's what you have to do, and forgive yourself as well. Heal from that, move on so that you can be successful. She thinks she's successful now. She could be way more successful if she leaves the past in the past. Just be grateful that Shamar showed you who he was. And when people tell you and show you who they are, you just got to believe them. You can't be mad at somebody because this is how you want them to be, but that's not how they are. It's crazy. It says they're doing the same thing they did to Cat. Mm-hmm. Hello, everyone. Hey, Felicia. Ivan, we can see and hear that Shamar has more than a bodily disability. Come on now. I mean, anybody, Ray Child, if you didn't know Shamar, you would definitely know there was something going on with him. It says, if that's the case, then we all have excuses to mess up. I'm about to put the link up here, Ivan. If you want to come up and talk, you can. Or if anybody wants to come up and talk, as long as we're not cussing. Ivan never cusses, so I'm not referring to him. He's one of my mods, and if anything, he keeps the chat in check. But if you guys would like to come up on the panel, just as long as you're not one of those, cussing every other word, and then you realize it later, and then you're saying, "Oh, I'm sorry," then you can come up. But I don't want no cussing. But Ivan, I put the link inside of the chat. If you would like to come up, you don't have to come up, but if you'd like to come up. That's good, cutie pie. Mina, hello. How are you, sweetie? Mina Frazier. Shamar didn't act a fool while in Fendi's present. You know why? Because sometimes people know who to do that with. For a full week and some, explain how he behaves then, but not now. Right. Sometimes people, right, because he's well aware of what he's doing. That's how I'm going to answer that. He's well aware of what he's doing. That's why I said, you gotta let him take credit for some of his messed up actions. Hey, Kay, you can't just be like, oh, he has a disability, so it makes it right from the flip flop, or have friends who look out for him, and then as soon as he gets into a relationship, it's like, what friends, what loyalty? You know what I'm saying? I did not say that Shamar does not know right from wrong. I didn't say you did, Coco, but Shamar's mentality is all messed up because he sways on whatever a person says as if he has a mental disability as well, maybe autism. Yeah, I can see that, Coco. I honestly can. It says that dog is extremely sick. Shamar said the dog has been vomiting and he just lying around. But you know what's so crazy? The video that comes out today at like around 5 with Kay talking, you're gonna be blown away because you're gonna think she's talking about the dog he has at the house right now that you're saying that's sick. No, she's talking about the dog that he had when he was with the other guy. Put the guy that he was with, I can't think of his name right now. She's bringing up past tense information about that situation with his first dog that he had, and the dog was sick. He was extremely sick, and Kay said she had to doctor the dog back to health. So I don't know who gave him a dog. I don't know. I don't know. People are sick sometimes. Sometimes they gave him a dog maybe out of the kindness of their heart, or they could have gave him a dog so that he could get the dog sick, like the dog is right now. Something happened to the dog, and then there's something to talk about. I don't know. But if he's Billy, if people are saying he's Billy taking care of himself, how are people giving him a dog? I don't get it. But at 5 o'clock, you will hear her talking about the last dog that he had. And that dog was sick too. So I don't know what it is with him getting pets and then they get sick. I think something is wrong with the dog that he got. The dog just don't act right. He acts like he's sick. He's sick something going on. Hey, hey, Coco. I could tell just when I saw your picture on this screen. That was Coco. Oh my God. Hi, sis. How you doing? Coco in the building. So what's up, girl?
Hey, how y'all doing?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Go ahead, girl. Speak your piece.
Okay.
What was I gonna say? If you got a TV in the background playing, put it on mute so we don't have any background music. I mean, not music.
Oh, no, I
Noises.
don't have anything on.
Okay, that's good. That's good. That's good. So go ahead, speak your piece, Coco.
Okay, what are we talking? We're talking about
Shamar.
can you hear me?
Yep, I can hear you.
Okay. Shamar and everybody else pretty much ganging up on him, huh?
Huh? What you say?
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you. I can hear you.
It sounds like it's lagging.
Oh, it does? Okay, okay.
Yeah,
Can you
it's like I'm talking first and then I can hear it.
I'm gonna put a mute. I'll put my mute button on. Hold on.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna put the mute button on and you go ahead and talk.
So basically it seems to me, can you hear me?
Yep, I can hear you, but I got my mute button on.
Oh, it's still doing the same thing.
You don't have anything playing like another cell phone?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't.
I can hear you. I can hear you clearly.
Let me see.
Oh, the TV. Now that's better.
Okay.
No, I
I
still hear something. I still
okay.
hear something. Unless it's your phone or something.
No, I don't have any. My phone is not. I mean, I'm not talking to anybody.
Well,
No.
drop back down and then come back up. Let's try that. Okay? Okay.
Okay.
Shamar knew the rules
Okay. All
of
right. Let me see.
TV's deal. It was
Okay.
explained to him.
Mm,
Let me see. Shema doesn't care because he believes he is a bigger than the. Yeah, he does think he's bigger than the program. He really does. Shema don't need no puppy to take care of when he can't take care of himself. You right about that. Hey, Toy. Hi, sweetie. Says the dog throws up and says he's hungry. Poor dog. Yeah, I don't really think right now in his life that he should have a dog. When I seen it, I said, "Wow, whoo, that's a bad hit right there. Poor dog." But somebody gave it to him, so I just hope the people that give it to him, I hope they're not trying to drag him for filth if something happens to that dog because they gave it to him. Ivan, who told Shamar that? I don't know. It's just crazy. LaShawn will not get monetized, in my opinion. I don't think so either, because he's got to remind himself constantly to not cuss, and he's got to remind himself not to get up there smoking blunts and doing all that crazy stuff he does, and that's crazy. Hey guys, hey Coco, hey Ivan, what's good with you?
What's going on?
Nothing. What is your thoughts?
Hey,
Well, um, let me fix this. There is something.
Huh?
I think his may be lagging too. I don't know what that is.
I don't. Let me go on. Let me go on to the video on my YouTube side. Let me see if I can hear something. Let me see.
Okay.
Can you
I
guys
don't.
hear me clearly?
I hear you clearly.
Okay,
The
I think
thing
it's
the
caught up.
thing is, we can speak, and I think everybody can hear us, but then we can hear ourselves after.
Like an echo. It's like an echo that you hear. You said.
No, it was like a delay on our end.
Oh. Well,
I I got
go
I
ahead.
got mine fixed.
Okay, go ahead and handle your business then. And we're gonna
Okay.
we're gonna mute so we can listen to what um Ivan has to say. I have a
I
business
got
meeting
mine.
going on.
Yeah, I got mine fixed.
I think it's okay now.
All right.
So oh, Coco, boy, you got a really strong opinion there, and I respect it 100%. And I agree. I agree to a lot of it. However, I've I've grown up in shelter homes. I've been around many of children and adults with similar disabilities. You know, and they know right from wrong. It's not like they're completely stupid and oblivious to behavioral aspects of treating a person or even having a loyalty friend. If Shamar did not necessarily comprehend loyalty and he did not comprehend um, the feeling of something, then he wouldn't been able to make the song if you ain't my friend, if you my friend, you my enemy. You know what I'm saying? So he understands and he gets it. you know it's just the fact that he is easily persuaded by a few other people in his circle that are telling him stuff that, in my opinion, they tell him things that are not true. They gas him up. They lie to him. But there's so much in control of Shamar that he looks up to these people. I'm not going to disclose who they are, but he looks up to them. And these are people of great
LaShawn.
stature. No, it's not LaShawn. No,
No.
these are people of great stature in the business.
Oh
So
wow.
Shamar listens to them.
Mhm. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. So you
Okay.
really know behind the scenes what's really
I
going on.
also, if a lot of y'all mostly probably don't know, I work at a behavioral health facility. So, and I work with a lot of different patients. So this is why I was telling you, Ivan, I noticed a lot of things that was going on with Shamar. So yeah.
Yeah, no, I agree with
You said
a lot of
artists
what you
being
say.
one of it. Yeah.
Me personally, I think everybody in that circle that Shamar is running with, will have been running with, they all play their part. They know that they're just taking advantage of him. We all know that.
Yep. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah, I totally agree.
And the
You
You
kicker
somebody
know.
said
part
yes.
about it,
Toby said Alvo is going to
after
finish
they
him.
are finished using Shamar, they have the nerve to get on their live and admit that they have been using Shamar.
Like Messi did. You hear what Messi said? What he said? That was so funny. I'm saying it was funny because he just was blatant about it. I mean, all I could do was laugh. I was just like I couldn't even say anything. I just was like, all I could do was laugh. I mean, when I said laugh, it was my nerves maybe because sometimes like when I have like a nervous laugh, but it was like because I was caught off guard. Like, no, you didn't just say that. Yes, you did. Oh my god.
You know, um
Yes, he
I'm trying
did.
to
You
I'm
trying to
trying
what?
to put a perspective of the real perspective on how all of this is played out, everybody. You know, so a lot of these characters that we watch, they're already thinking about the next thing, the next title, the next drama. This is what they're already doing. And
Right.
especially on Shamar's side, you know, it's all about the viewers. What would be so crazy, what would be so outlandish that everybody is gonna go into hoopla and um gonna go over to Shamar's pages. And this is what they do. And the two people that are in Shamar's ear, they come from the old school television, the old school soap opera era type
And
stuff.
they're sitting there telling him to do this stuff up here.
So yeah, Alvo coming back into the picture. You know, of course. Oh yeah, they're over there
Ivan,
doing this.
Ivan,
Hold
They're
his head up.
Ivan. I'm listening, Ivan. I'm listening to you, but all of this is not scripted.
not
All of
all
this
of
is
it.
not
I
scripted.
say that too. I do. I said this is how
There,
these people get down because they come from
Yeah,
traumas, from past
yeah,
traumas. So
yeah.
this is normal to them and abnormal to us. This is everyday life for these people.
Right. All
read
of it is not scripted.
SL, SL,
Uh huh.
and Ivan. If you pay close attention to a person's body language, pay close attention to their eye
Eyes.
movements,
Yep.
their emotions, all of this stuff that they are doing is not scripted. It's too many emotions involved in this,
Right.
too much pain,
Right.
and too much envy and strife and
No,
jealousy. And
Yep.
this is all of this is not scripted. I'm telling
It's
you,
no.
not
it's not
Hold
scripted.
on.
scripted like
Hold
that.
Only
on.
thing that's different
I,
is that
Okay.
they're just willing to get up on a social media platform and share it with the world. They're
I'm
doing
not
what people
saying.
do behind closed doors, but they're willing to share it with the world. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
I'm not saying all of it is scripted. There is a very strong scripted emphasis to it.
But
Okay.
you're trying to say that like in Shamar's case, he got people um influencing him to do stupid stuff that they know that he
To
shouldn't even waste
say
time to do.
right, to say certain things, to go to this person's live. When you notice that
Yeah,
Shamar,
they all do that, Ivan. They all do
He been
that.
no,
doing that for years. Shamar
yeah,
is the biggest troll.
yeah. Well, if you notice over the years, I've been watching Shamar for many years.
Yeah.
when things are not on and popping for him, then he has to go and pimp himself out on other people's lives.
Right, he right. The
Yeah,
clout gotta be
I
the
agree.
clout. He trying to get a
No,
clout
I
and
see
clout
that.
up.
I do see that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I've been studying this for many
That's why I
years.
get mad at people when they
Because
say,
they
"Oh,
want
please stop talking about
attention.
Shamar."
Shamar likes
Shamar wants you
attention.
Mm.
talking about him so he can stay relevant. Shamar
Right.
plays like the victim. He be playing like he don't want people talking about him, but he knows that if no one's talking about him,
Mm.
that he's not gonna be relevant. He's not gonna go viral. Whatever he does, he's got to stay at all times viral. And then when we do start maybe talking about maybe Alvo a little bit more, Tommy the Gossip, he gets scared because he thinks that his clout is gonna disappear. And he doesn't want that because that's
Mm.
his whole life. That's his whole
Yeah.
identity. Is this clout that he lives for? He dreams
Yes.
of this clout, and he's not ready for that clout to go away anytime soon.
Right. Right.
If if they all had any sense, if they all had any sense, that whole little crew should get together and do a reality show.
Right. That part.
I've been listen, Coco. I That was my angle on this about 3 years ago.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Absolutely. I've been all over this. I've been
Oh,
trying to get with them, but I guess I don't fit the description of what they think of somebody that can actually put them on.
yep.
So they just don't really talk to me. They ignore me. But little do they know, I got the know-how and I got the access to really put them on. But, they are so messy. They became so messy within themselves these last 2 years that I don't even see a reality house or a reality show
Oh,
even
yeah.
coming along anymore. I
I'll
don't
tell
see
you
it
what I
happening anymore.
all you have to do is just get a place and put them, invite all of them for like a weekend and put them all underneath one roof and start filming. I'm telling you.
I mean, maybe it'll work for Big O and maybe it'll work for some of these other smaller platforms. But I'm gonna be honest with you, Coco. I'm not on that. I'm on big network. I'm on really, really big network TV type stuff, and they're not gonna air that type of stuff.
I mean, I'm just saying, Ivy, it can work. Y'all know it can work. Now,
I don't know. I don't know. Having certain particulars in there. Whew, you're gonna need some real security.
right.
Does anybody know who gave Shamar that dog that he got that sick?
Yeah, one of Shamar's friends gave him that dog.
Wow. I hope that
Yeah.
wasn't a setup because you know how the other dog got sick, and it was funny because
The girl that
Kay
gave
was on.
Shamar that dog,
Mhm.
she got another dog and she gave Shamar that reddish brown dog.
I don't know why she would think that Shamar is capable of taking care of a dog and he can half the time take care of himself. I don't get that. And it was just so funny because this morning Kay was on live doing her daughter's hair, and she brought up a past tense of when he had a dog and that dog was sick. Why are dogs getting sick
The
in your
other
hand?
dog that Shamar had um when he was with Karate, that dog got sick and Karate took that dog.
Yeah, well then, but then when Karate moved with the neighbor in the complex that Shamar lives in, um, then he had to get rid of the dog.
Oh yeah, yeah. I remember
You
that.
know, so
Yeah, yeah, I
she brought
remember that.
all that up today in her live when she was doing her daughter's hair. She was live streaming on IG this morning, and she had a mouthful to say. She caught me up on stuff that was going on.
Probably probably thought that was a good idea that Shamar had a pet to, so that he can have a companion because he doesn't like being alone.
He does it. Maybe that will. I thought of that too, though. I said, well, maybe that will keep him from these toxic people that he feels like he has to be around for company. You know what I'm saying? Because they don't serve him at all.
I don't
Remember,
think a
SL,
dog
when
is
you
gonna
asked
do
me,
it.
was I serious? I was serious when I said that
You
I
see
didn't want
Ivan's
Shamar to end
face?
up home. got to New Orleans to come over here and stay in one of my properties.
Oh wow. Did you hear what Ivan said? Ivan said, I don't think a dog's gonna do it. The way it wasn't what you said, Ivan, is how you said it.
Be
I
nice,
just,
Ivan.
hey,
Be
I
nice,
just,
Ivan.
I'm just keeping it real,
I'm like, I don't
because
think a dog's gonna do it.
Shamar's there for times will leave him to go to the bathhouse. So
Well, at least they tried.
Oh, you said mess. He might even bring the dog to the bathhouse with him.
Look,
it's-
look. It's either Shamar having a pet dog or either Shamar having multiple men. So we
I'd
gotta
rather
pick
him
and
have the
choose the
dog.
poison.
Yeah.
but Shamar is so stingy that if Chat starts talking about his dog, he's gonna tell his, "Go away, dog, go away. They
Not
talking
only
about
that, he's
you."
already saying he's whooping him.
Oh Lord,
He
he's
said I had to
whooping him.
whoop him a couple of times.
Oh,
So he might whoop
See,
the dog saying, "Why are you getting all this?" Remember how he went off? What was it yesterday? And the people upstairs was banging on the floor. He'll probably be going off on the dog, and the Mexicans will be banging on the floor again. Yep, he'll be whooping and
oh,
yelling at that dog.
listen, if Shamar gets a booking, he's not gonna
oh
think
yeah,
about the food. He's
yeah.
not gonna think about the water.
He's
He's
just
not
gonna
gonna think
fill up
about
the bowl in the water one time and then just fly off to
and
another
leave.
state and leave.
And yep,
That's
yep.
crazy because a
And
dog can die like
somebody
that
and somebody is gonna call somebody in
Right.
the
because he'll be
neighbor or the
barking and
chat.
everything. Salute,
Hmm
Cyrus.
And they make the people come to his apartment even quicker too, with that dog being there. That's sad. It's so sad for Shamar.
Oh
I
my
hate
God,
that for
Toby.
Shamar.
Toby just dropped the bomb. Let's not even think like that, Toby, because if that happens, then already know
Okay,
it's game over.
I'm looking. What she say?
If Toby drops some chicken bones, it's a wrap for the dog.
Because it's a puppy, right?
Yep,
Oh
yep.
yeah, it's a big puppy. I mean, the dog is big. It's a puppy, but the dog is big. Yeah.
It's a healthy looking dog. I don't know how healthy it's gonna be in a couple of days now.
And Georgia allergies are really bad. A lot of dogs suffer from a lot of allergies out here in Georgia.
And Shamar's
Um,
Wow.
already confident and carrying on. And now he got that dog. I mean, hey,
yeah,
Wow.
so Shamar's got to have money, good enough money to keep supporting the dog and buying his
Somebody probably
medication.
took his. I'm gonna be funny. Let me stop
right.
being funny at me. I was gonna
Mhm.
say something, but that's
He
fine.
just need a companion, and that's what I mean. I mean, it's either
But
the
like
dog or either multiple
Ivan
men.
said,
I don't know.
yeah, but that dog is not enough. He gonna mess around and go to the bath. That dog might trigger him to go to the bathhouse.
What? What I say?
You know what? You getting on my nerve now. I'm going to the bathhouse. You staying here. Yeah. He might start
Um,
going to the bathhouse more
Oh
often.
man, that's cold blooded.
Hmm.
Woo, okay.
I need my
The
time
bathhouse.
too now. I'm
Baby,
tired of
Shamar,
you
is
now.
Shamar need to stay away from that bathhouse. Come on,
He does, but
man.
he's not because he loves it there.
is it really the companionship of the dog, or is it the look of the lifestyle of that he's got a certain type of breed of dog,
What
and
kind of dog is it? I wouldn't even have knew.
I no, I think it's shit for the dog because it's not like he has a top notch dog that's worth thousands of dollars, I think he just needs companionship. Alvo is in Miami right now, right? So it's like they thought that they
I
was
thought
gonna
he
have
was
this
back.
companionship back together. They both seemed like they was pretty happy, and now Alvo was going to Miami, so Shamar's back down again. So and
Oh,
then now we
I
got
don't
the
know.
dog
No,
to be worried
I
about.
don't think that Alvo's in Miami right now. I think he's back home at his mother's. But I just don't
Isn't he
feel.
in Miami right now?
No, he's not. He's at his mother.
he's back already. He
Yeah,
was
he's
there
back.
this
What?
weekend.
He's back.
Oh, okay. Okay.
He's back.
See, so much of
Yeah, but go ahead, Ivan.
so much of the hoopla about Alvo and Shamar getting back together, but I mean, how long did that really last? But
Are
like
they still together? Because I heard that they had a fallout.
they already arguing, they already going back and forth already, so it's all about spiking those views is what I'm talking about. And
Okay,
there's
so they may
people,
not even have got really back
Manifest,
together,
you
like
tried
you
to
think.
call me?
yeah, and so there's people behind that.
I
There's people
I
behind.
tried to call you. That's manifest reality. How did you try to call me, manifest?
There's people behind the narrative, and that's why it ends up the way that it does, because this is just how they try to spin things. When you got other people that is controlling one
Oh,
person.
Alvo is at his mouth.
You see, if you look at things from a director's point of view, a director's point of view can control the whole situation. But when you're dealing with real life, just how Coco was saying, like not all of it is scripted, very well, very true. But that's because they only can control one person, which is Shamar. They can't control these other people. And then as things are happening, Shamar, he's just going to say what he's going to say, and, you know, it's going to be what it is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just, to me, it's confusing.
I don't know. I got a soft heart for some reason when it comes to Shamar. Now I'm not saying I'm not well,
Was you
listen, hold
joking
up,
when you
hold
said
up,
you would
hold up,
let him come stay with you?
hold up. I'm not saying that Shamar shouldn't be condemned when he's wrong.
I say the same thing. If he's doing good, I'm gonna say he's doing good. If
Right.
he's
When
doing
he's
something
wrong,
messed
he's
up,
wrong,
he's wrong. Right. Now
But it's
listen,
just
you said
something
the other
about
day.
him. I don't know what it is. I just don't know.
Well, listen, you said the other day, Coco, that you would let him come stay with you. Was you
Oh, what
playing?
no, I wasn't playing SL Davis.
Oh
Yeah,
no,
I
you
wasn't
would let him
playing.
stay with you.
Yeah.
Oh wow, you got room for him?
Oh yes, I do. Yeah, I have properties.
Oh wow. In what, Atlanta, Georgia?
Yeah, I have properties. I do a little real estate on the side. So my thing with that was I can't I have a big heart and I just don't see him on the streets again
Right.
because he really has so much potential. He just he's around the wrong types of people.
Well, he's got to
And
get
if
from
he's a
around him.
follower, he needs to follow the right type of people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but I think that Shamar's with the drama, so he purposely surrounds himself around that circle.
Right. He's around the wrong surroundings.
Right.
Coco,
Yep.
Coco, listen.
Ivan, Ivan, what now? You mentioned the roaches, Ivan, like the roaches are gonna run me out of my house.
Oh, they will,
Oh, Estelle, there you go.
cause that is
Estelle, you
yeah. That
know.
that apartment's infested.
Listen,
Yeah, I
I
saw
used
that.
to
I did see that video that Avery posted. I was like, okay.
Man, that traumatized me seeing that video.
I used to have a soft spot for Shamar, and over the last 2 years, that has definitely eroded away.
Really?
In
Yes.
decline.
Oh.
Yeah, I used to just, be very empathetic
Why
for
is that,
him
Ivan? I mean, being that we all know how he is and what's going on with him, what changed for being that you know how he is and what's going on with him? Like,
because so many of us were rooting, cheering, supporting Shamar financially, There are so many of us in the industry that has come together to help Shamar. And when it came to these last several months, and when it came to Kay being a part of his life, he was on the road to being his own successful artist on his own accord. He didn't need Fendi at all. There were ghostwriters, there were people in the background that were willing to boost Shamar and help Shamar up. And the fact that he has fumbled the bag, he has mistreated the bag, he has done everything possible for the
Not
bag to
mistreated the
stay.
bag.
He has mistreated the bag, and he's done everything so that the bag that all of us was rooting for Shamar to have is no longer coming his way. And
Shamar needs to get out of that environment.
it's
Shamar
he
needs to get
doesn't
out of
want it.
that
No,
environment. I don't know what it's going to take, but he
I,
needs to get out of that environment.
I'm telling you from the inside. Shamar does not want legitimate industry people by his side. He only wants a
He has
certain
that ghetto mentality.
specific.
That
Yes, he
ghetto
wants.
You know
mentality is
why?
cool.
He doesn't comprehend that. You Ivan, listen to me. You're on a professional level. That sale is on a professional level. I'm on a professional level. We have a different mentality and mindset. He's not
Hmm.
like us. So
Right.
he
The
doesn't
norm
Hmm.
the
see that. He doesn't
abnormal is
get that.
normal to him.
You
The
know,
normal
sometimes
is
when you're around an
abnormal.
environment for so long, that's all you know. So his
Hmm.
environment has been filled with people that have mental abilities. They're not on that level, more or less somewhat like him. And when he steps out of that realm with people that are on another level than him, he doesn't comprehend that. So people usually go back to what they know.
Hmm. Yes. Well, here's the thing: the industry, those of us that can make moves, those of us that can make connections, we're not going to deal with so much of the drama. Um, Hold on. My phone is really about to die, so putting my charger in. We're really not going to diddle too much with the drama. I mean, I got people that are hood as hell on my team, super hood, thugged out, gangsters. You know what I'm saying? They're a part of my team.
But
You
it's the
know,
time and the place for it.
right? We was all together in this one spot, and it was nothing but real, real thugs, real gangsters about that life. All of them, everybody. You know what I'm saying? As a matter of fact, we were doing a performance the other day. We were doing a performance the other day, and things got really real on stage. Really real. I mean, yep. But guess what? Who stayed? I stayed. I stayed. My folks, a couple of my folks, they left. They ran. They left from the place. Okay, the folks didn't even come over. So I stayed though. I stayed from the beginning to the end. But that's part of the business. Things do happen. But uh, Shamar had a really good thing going on with Kay.
You think so?
Yeah, Shamar had a good thing going on with Kay.
He's just
Yeah.
not trying
I
to
read,
even
I
give
can
it.
see what you're saying, passion. Yeah, Shamar would have to leave. If Shamar was to come over here anywhere close to me, he would have to leave all of that furniture and everything else in storage, sell it, whatever he have to do. And him and his body and the clothes that he's wearing would have to come. Because like y'all saying, if he has roaches, bugs, or whatever going on, he would have to start fresh. He can leave all his stuff in storage space,
Right.
storage to see if he's gonna like it or even just come as almost like a rehab session to just clear his mind for a week, a couple of weeks, or something like that, to see, hey, I want to be in a different environment, or
Can
I
I
want to go
come?
back to the mess.
Can I come?
Who is that wanting to come? Come on,
Me.
you come on, come on, come
SL
on,
Davis wants to come. Yeah.
come on. You
I
can
wish there was
come.
more people like you.
You know what? You could just, it could be like a vacation. Oh, I'm taking a week or two vacation. I'm just gonna get out of my environment for a minute. I mean, sometimes you need that.
Right.
You heard me?
Hmm.
Sometimes you need that. I
That's
just
right.
feel, I don't want to use the word bad for Shamar. I just feel that he needs to get take a vacation for a week or two to to get away. Oh, come on, Ivan. I'm looking at you, Ivan.
Ivan's like, nah,
Ivan.
that ninja's set in his ways, man. Vacation, that he gonna go right back to Shamar in the
I
bathhouse.
know. You know what?
Uh-huh.
You know what, SL, you know what my grandmother used to say?
What?
I gotta choose my words wisely on your channel. Um, my grandmother used to say, you can take the ninja out of the country, but you can't take the country out of the
Out
ninja.
the ninja. Exactly. Yep. Yep. That's an
You
old
know,
It
saying, but
doesn't
true.
matter. Sometimes it doesn't matter where you go. You're gonna be you wherever you go.
Yep.
Coco, I agree. I agree with what you're saying.
I mean, a
Eh,
mini vacation,
Look,
Ivan, maybe.
listen, listen. I'm outside of Atlanta. I have 20 acres of land. It's beautiful over here. It is gorgeous. Okay,
Bring
I do.
Shamar with you, Ivan, for 1 week. 1 week, just 1 week, please.
Yeah, I got 7 bedrooms, and I do bonfires. You see, and everything. I got 5 bonfire spots. I play music. I could play music 2, 3, 4, 5 in the morning,
He
and
needs to clear. He needs
I
to
totally
leave for at
agree.
least about a week. 1 week.
I
Get away.
agree. And not only that, I have a very good relationship with the Marriott, and a lot of their prestige properties, where I can set up any of my artists to go to and
Yeah.
relax and have a good time and clear their mind, you know, where all the amenities, everything that you can ever want nearby you is at
Mhm.
these properties. I totally agree that Shamar should have something like that. But the moment that Shamar is, 12 plus hours away from the internet, he's going to have an episode. He has to be connected to the internet. It's
You know what?
all about
That means,
views.
listen, Ivan, that means he needs to take like a week vacation, maybe, like you said, a week vacation, and just be filled with certain activities instead of mess. Give him another solution, another outlet. Right now, he does not have another outlet. He's stuck in the environment of that's all he knows. If you show him something different outside of his area, his realm, he's going to see that there is another part of life out here other than what he's been around all of his life.
And Coco, I've tried to be within Shamar's inner circle. I have
That's it.
tried.
SL. SL to hook up.
Huh?
He
He will listen to SL because
Nah,
SL is
he
a
didn't
woman.
listen for too long. He started cussing and carrying on. Like he started gradually each day, like going right, drifting right back into Shamar.
Yeah, that's right, Toby. Yeah,
I was
he
like, oh
he
man, that was just a waste of time.
listen, he doesn't want it for me, Coco. For
He thinks
whatever
that's the
reason.
image. He thinks that that's a good look. Just like I told you, I don't like the fact that he gives off this image like he wants to be a woman, and that's how black women
Maybe
talk and carry themselves,
if a
and we don't.
woman approaches him and say, "Hey, how about taking a week's vacation?"
Uh-uh.
Well, everything that I have to offer is not accepted by Shamar.
Oh
Okay.
wow, that's
So,
crazy.
yeah. And I'm not going to boast about what I have and what I can do and all this and that. That doesn't matter. If he genuinely doesn't want to rock with me, that's cool. I get some artists that genuinely don't want to rock with me, and that's cool. They just miss out on the powerhouse of a person that I am. But it is what it is.
Mm.
That's his loss.
It sure
Yeah.
is, Estelle. I agree
He's
with you on
walking
that
his
one. That's
blessings.
crazy. That's
Walking his
crazy.
blessings.
If someone was to offer you a piece of mind for at least about a week, oh my goodness, that's crazy.
Yeah.
He's walking
So
his blessings.
you know, um, I do wish Shamar the best in what he can do. I'm not a hater.
Yeah, well, we can wish him the best, but I'm gonna say it like this, and we all know this. He can't do that on his own. He doesn't have the mentality to do it on his own.
Well, not even people with a high IQ can do it on their own. So it is what it is. This
Yeah,
business is not easy. This business is extremely difficult, and you need a very strong team of people.
it's a
Uh,
mindset thing. It's a mindset. When you're dealing with Shamar, you're dealing with somebody's mindset that's not where the average person's mindset and mentality is. So that you're dealing with, that's what you're dealing with.
right.
He's been around toxicity so long, that's the norm to him.
Right, SL,
It's
that's
like a
all he
woman that's been
knows. It's
abused by a
normal for
man.
him.
Sometimes women will feel like, well, when the man stops abusing me, because of his insecurities of him thinking I'm doing something. If he stops doing it, oh, he must be cheating on me because usually he's flipping out on me and beating me to, keep me in check, and now he's not doing it. So they start to think, as an abused person with the abused mindset, oh, why didn't he hit me? He does it any other time. Was he cheating on me?
Yeah.
Thinking that
Mm-hmm.
the physical abuse that you're getting from this man, the DV, is love, and it's not.
You know what I
They're so
noticed
they're
too,
so used
y'all?
to the abuse physically that they think that that's the norm.
You notice what I noticed too, y'all, when it comes to Shamar?
Uh-huh.
The types of people that he chooses to be in relationships with. He doesn't pick people that have their own place, their own
They're
vehicles,
like
and their
freeloaders.
own careers.
Right.
Notice he always falls for the ones who are homeless, that have been in and out of jail or prison,
That
that
need him.
don't have vehicles, that don't have a source of income. He is attracted to those type of people for some
Right.
reason. And I think the level he's on now, with having his own place for change, he's gravitating to those who don't have as much as he has. And he is allowing those people to come in as if he's saving them because of what he went through, and he didn't have nothing in the past. So when he see people like that, he's attracted to those people as if he's probably trying to save them from being like how he used to be.
You think so? I
Notice
think that
that.
that's
Start
just what he's
thinking.
familiar
Really
with. I
start
don't think
paying.
he's
I
trying to
pay
super save a hole.
attention to that.
I do agree with that
He
comment.
doesn't pick people that have more than what he has, or that he picks up. Think about
Kay said Shamar doesn't want change.
it. Okay, well check this out. He never got with VAR. He could have got on a plane and went to go visit VAR. VAR could have came to come visit him. VAR is a businessman, multiple businesses, multiple vehicles, a decent amount of money. He didn't really gravitate that much towards him, but he'll go grab an Avery, he'll go grab an Alvo, Larry, Karante.
Yeah,
All of them
like,
have the same
cause
thing in
Var
common:
had something going on for
drugs,
himself.
alcohol, homeless, in and out of jail, no vehicle, no source of income.
Yeah, but you know what? Sometimes people see. I'm gonna say this, and that's not for everybody, but Shamar might like what he calls the street life, the homeless street life, the life where you're homeless, you ain't got a pot to piss in or a window to throw it out. He's so used to that environment Those are the only kind of people that he knows that he feels that he should be around. He's settling for less, is how I look at it. Because if you want more for yourself, you got to hang in a circle that wants more. You feel what I'm saying? That's the old saying. If you want to have money, you got to be around people that are getting money or want money. You know what
That's
I'm saying?
right.
So
And you know
I
what?
mean, my
And
mother
this
used to
is
say that to
that's
me
the
when I was
reason
younger.
why he. This is the reason why he can't get on a higher level. He keeps sticking around in that same group.
Crabs in a barrel.
Oh wow!
Yeah, and they bringing them down. Hurt people, hurt
Remember
people.
what I said? That's all he knows because
Yep.
that's where he came from. He can identify with those type of people. Oh God! Yep, yep.
I
Oh,
didn't know he put his hands on his mother. He did.
Yes, he did.
mm.
I heard that he used to like, punch things and you
I
know.
saw a couple of old video clips of Shamar and his mother. And his mother was like she had some type of disability as well.
Oh wow. See, I
Yeah,
never seen.
yeah, she
I seen the father.
yeah, she wasn't SL, she wasn't all there either. She kind of was like sound childlike, you know. She
Yeah.
wasn't sounding like a grown woman or
Yeah.
acting like a
Yeah.
grown woman. She seemed like she wasn't all there. And then he
Wow.
has also that brother of his. He said that's his twin. He has a disability too. It that runs
People
in
say that
his
he's a
family. That's what
twin,
he's
but they're
used to
not
being
twins.
around.
They're not twins. The brother and him are not twins. A lot of people say, "Oh, that's Shamar's twin." They might look alike to some people, but that's not his twin. Yeah, it could be in the chromosomes, you
If
know?
they're twins, they're not. Of course, they're not identical. They don't look anything alike. If they're twins, they're not. You know, I don't know.
Right.
Look, I'm just gonna keep it real. I
Go
have
ahead,
no
Ivan. Be nice, Ivan.
I have no excuses for Shamar. I have no passes for Shamar. He knows right from
I ain't got
wrong.
no passes for him.
He knows how to act, when to act, in front of who to act. And, so he doesn't have enough disability for me to just be like, oh, poor boy, poor
I,
Shamar.
No, I
I
didn't
can't
say
do that.
more. You know why?
you
This
said he
is why
doesn't have as
Shamar
much
straighten you
disability.
up around certain people because he's getting that discipline from those type of people. He know those type of people are not playing with him.
Right.
That's why certain
I
types
don't
of
think
people he don't play that with because he feels a sense of discipline like a child does.
there is nobody in the Fendi camp that gave Shamar any kind of discipline.
And you see what happened to him in the camp too, right?
And what happened was he did not listen to instructions.
Exactly. And what happened?
He dropped the bag and lost it all.
And he got booted out because
That's
they
right.
those people were not going to play with him.
That's right. But he did have protection. He did have protection. He did have some cushion protection. If he would have listened and followed instructions to these people and everyone that was involved, but he refused to listen to any of
Well, you
them
said because of
involved.
Alvo?
Yes, because of Alvo as well. Yes.
That's just crazy.
He doesn't like discipline. He doesn't like
N-
instruction. He doesn't like nobody
No.
telling him what to do. But he doesn't realize sometimes that's the best thing for him.
Well, the thing about this whole industry is that it is disciplined oriented. There's
Oh
a
yeah, that's not
time
something
And the place for
that's not
everything.
something he can't deal with that.
you have to
Right, right.
you have to be on set at this time. You have to report at this time. You have to do
Uh,
this a certain way.
that's
You
like
have to.
that's like boot camp for him, and he's not with it. We can all see that. That's why he to be independent.
Yeah.
Well,
So,
um, hmm.
but I'm gonna have to drop off, guys. I do
I'm
have
about to
some.
end the live anyways. I
Yeah,
just noticed that it's after the hour mark.
How long we been on here?
Yes.
An hour and 4 minutes.
What?
Yep.
Woo.
I know that's good for me because I usually don't go a whole straight hour. I just go maybe
Okay.
48 minutes, 45 minutes, 40 minutes. But no, sometimes I do go over an hour or I go to the hour mark. But listen, guys, I enjoyed you up here. You are always welcome to come up on the panel and we can have these discussions. I love them.
Thank you, SL baby. Thank
Thank
you.
you for coming up, Coco.
Thank you,
Beautiful.
baby.
Yes.
And Ivan, make sure. No, actually, I got to reach out to you. I forgot. I got to reach
Yeah,
out.
it's all good.
Yep.
It's all good. You got me too,
You're
Coco.
welcome.
It's a pleasure rocking with you on
Always,
here.
Ivan.
You know.
Always, SL.
All right, baby
Yes.
girl. So
Yes.
I'm gonna
All
get up
right,
off of
y'all.
here. I'll be back on here tomorrow. Y'all make sure y'all hit the like button on the
Likewise.
way out and share the video. Make sure you subscribe to the channel with the notification bell on option all. Love y'all. Stay blessed and I'm out. Bye for now.
Peace.
All right,
Bye.
Mwah.
y'all.
Bye.
Bye.